Are Neopixel lightsabers worth your hard-earned money? What is going on, my Nintendo crew? My name's Nintendo Station, and today I'm going to be talking about lightsabers. So this is a Neopixel lightsaber that you may have seen in one of my videos. This awesome thing, like literally one of the best lightsabers you can get on the market, for consumers anyway. Smooth swing stuff, multiple sound fonts, colors, very fun to play with. But the question is, are they worth your money? Because those are the most expensive type of lightsabers you can get. Now there are a different variety of Neopixel lightsabers that you can buy, but you know, are they worth it? Would you rather just buy something like this? Who am I kidding? Of course you don't. You don't want to buy that. But would you want to buy a Force Effects lightsaber? You know, these are alright, I guess. You know, this is my Darth Revan one. And I have fun with this because it's Darth Revan, my favorite Star Wars character. But you know, they're not bright, they're not good noise. The sound on them is just not that good. It sounds like it's about to blow off your ears. Now, of course, these are loud, but these are much more comfortable for the ear because there's like, okay, I don't want to sound like too nerdy or stuff like this, but it has like a bass to it that just makes it comfortable for the ears. It doesn't sound like a screech that these Force Effects lightsabers give. It's just very uncomfortable. But another option. What about an RGB saber? Now this is a Ultra Sabers lightsaber that I bought last year. And you know, this is a really good lightsaber. It's my first lightsaber. It's a stunt saber. So there's no sound, there's no like animation and stuff like that. But, you know, for a starter saber, it's pretty good. You can't go wrong with it. I couldn't go wrong with it. I loved it. But let's go over some important stuff. This Disney saber goes for about $170 to $200, depending on what type you're getting, where you're buying it from. If you're getting like a custom saber from Savi's Workshop, then about like $200. This was like $150. And it's not that satisfying to use. I just bought it because it's Anakin's saber. Like, that's mostly the reason I bought it. I didn't really buy it because I thought it was a good saber. I just bought it because it's Anakin's. But without realizing that these lightsabers are not that good. The hilt is too bulky, which is something I forgot to add to my lightsaber comparison video, or my lightsaber collection video. I did not point out the fact that these Disney sabers are bulky. They're not comfortable to hold. And these things are just too cheap. The most expensive part is the fact that it's licensed by Lucasfilm or LucasArts to say, yeah, this is Rey's or Anakin's saber. That's the most expensive part. Besides from that, this is cheap. Like, these Ultra sabers are much more durable and much easier to use, and they're thinner. And this only costed $100. Only $100, and this thing is much better than a Disney saber because it didn't need licensing or crap like that. Then we have these, the Force Effects. I think this cost around like $250 for me. Like, this thing was really hard to find. Like, I like the opening of the blade and stuff, and I gotta give props to them for being able to change color, but let's be honest, it's not really that noticeable unless you do After Effects stuff, because it's not that bright. It's just bright enough to have a white base, or core, whatever it's called. But other than that, not that exciting. The Neopixel lightsabers, however, are a whole different story. So, Neopixel lightsabers are crazy expensive, depending on where you're going from. There's tons of websites you can go to buy a Neopixel lightsaber, and you can understand why. Like, these use a special type of blade, and it's just an amazing lightsaber, honestly. Like, these things are fun to swing. Like, I can change into many different Star Wars lightsaber colors, and you cannot go wrong with them, but it's just crazy expensive. But are they really worth it? Like, I can't really use this for dueling. I'm afraid I'll break the blade or the LEDs in the blade if I actually try and do heavy dueling with it. That is one of the biggest concerns of these lightsabers, is that it looks like you can easily break these, because the fact that it uses LEDs and stuff, so you might break one. That's where these lightsabers come in. RGB lightsabers are the most recommended for dueling and stuff, and you cannot go wrong with these lightsabers. Like, how could you go wrong with dueling? The Saber Trio lightsabers are just like, so you can look at it. They're satisfying to look at and to listen to. The Ultra Sabers, though, you mostly just want to use for dueling, but let's be honest, these look much cooler on camera than these. Probably because this one was cheap. It was one of the cheapest ones out there, so of course it's not going to look that good. But I really think that these are worth it. That's just my opinion, though. Every Star Wars fan I know has actually wanted a Neopixel lightsaber, and they're really good. I believe they're good. I think they're worth it. Do you think they're worth it? Let me know in the comments below. So yeah, thank you all so much for joining me in this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, my Nintendo crew.